What up, gamers? Fence here, and welcome back to Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. So let's continue with Exilium Part 1 over here. The next part of the story is just a story node, so no battles this time. I'm guessing it'll be longer with the cutscenes here. Seeing Klukai come alone and unarmed, the platoon leader lets out a displeased grunt from behind his protective suit. Oh, look at this guy. Just what is the point of just sending a doll over? Tell your cowardly owner to come out and talk. Voice recognition tells Klukai that this is Dmitry, whom she had talked with earlier. Hide 404 is an autonomous armed doll squad, currently assisting the Non-Military Forces Administration in investigating illegal PMCs in the Yellow Zone. Klukai intentionally modifies the part about Paradius in accordance with Kalina's instructions. 404? What's that? Never heard of it. The Non-Military Forces Administration hired you guys too? Although he's still suspicious, hearing the Non-Military Forces Administration being mentioned makes him relax a bit. We are supernumerary dolls. I never heard of that word before. So it's normal that you haven't heard of us. And we have some business to discuss. Business? Of course. Dmitry takes a look at the radiation detector and ensures that the reading is within safety limits. He then pulls the protective hood off his head, revealing the face of a middle-aged man with an angular jawline. Years on the battlefield and years of desert wind have left their marks on his face. Look at this guy. He's got a beard. What kind of protective suit is this? This junk is choking me. He curses quietly with a grimace and then looks at Klukai with unbridled disgust in his eyes. You claim to be working under the NOMFA, so how come you don't know the rules of engagement? Shoot first, ask questions later. Is that what they taught you? Oh dang, that's actually kind of scary. Like, I mean, is that really what they taught? Because like, yeah, I'm sure it doesn't look like Klukai's group is following procedures. We were previously attacked by mechs of unknown origin, and then your scouting units appeared. Without the usual identifying insignia of the URNC Survey Corps, we simply opened fire in self-defense. You better start using your tin brain before you speak. We encountered no unknown mechs on our way here. It's up to you to whether you believe me or not. The fact you haven't encountered them doesn't mean they don't exist. Besides, it was your drone that started shooting first. We were just responding to such an attack. The drones run in auto mode, do you? Right, how can I forget? You're just like that drone, just another clinker that runs on algorithms that can only do as you're told. Another clinker. So they call the droids in Star Wars. The Clinkus. Seeing that the opposing side is trying to provoke her instead of making progress in information exchange, Klukai raises an eyebrow and remains quiet. However, Dmitry doesn't seem to mind at all. He continues to ask questions in a condescending manner. Regarding what you said, we'll report that to our superiors later and request an investigation. For safety reasons though, we will need to know the contents of your mission and information size. The specifics are subject to a non-disclosure agreement signed with the Non-Military Forces Administration, so please show me proof of your clearance level. As for our numbers, only 2 dolls have been engaged in combat by your forces just now. 2? I like that, I don't know if you saw that in the mask, there's like a little claw mark on the eye. I think that's a cool design. Dmitry's soldiers are shocked by the contrast between the firepower they witness and 404's real numbers. After receiving a stare from Dmitry, they promptly shut up. That's impossible. That level of firepower must have come from a group numbering at least 10 people. 404 is a squad made only of tactical dolls. Our combat capabilities and battlefield awareness are different from what you got used to during your duties at the Great Wall Railway. How do you know that we're from the Great Wall Railway? MSC combat mech composition, haphazard modifications, old equipment. Those were looted from Varjägers, underground brokers, or bounty hunters, weren't they? The few pieces of elite equipment you have bear the insignia of the Great Wall Railway, and perhaps there was no time to switch to the insignia of the Environmental Survey Corps. I'm guessing you were all temps in your roles. Noticing his stiff expression, Klukai inserts an additional remark. Alright, how could I forget? The ones guarding the Great Wall Railway are basically regular armed forces that consist of just a bunch of old mechs most of the time. Watch your mouth. What does a blasted machine like you know? Dmitry raises his gun, but Klukai simply stares at him coldly without moving a muscle. I've explained everything. Isn't it time for this to end? Hold up. Oh? What's going on here? Just as Klukai turns away to leave, Dmitry shouts for her to stop. The soldiers raise their guns and aim at her. What? Even if you really are from the Non-Military Forces Administration, how do you plan to compensate us for the losses we suffered? Oh, great. I'm gonna guess, since he's got like a, character art, this won't be the last time that we see him, so I'm gonna guess he's gonna suggest that we work for him for a bit. Until, like, maybe the job can be done, or we get him like new forces. 404 has lost assets too. Both sides are responsible for what happened today. I'm trying to renege? What does that mean? On your death? Another word I don't even know. But no. Then where's the money? We worked long and hard to gather all that equipment. Does a broken tin brain realize that we are responsible for surveying for the construction of the Intercontinental Railway? Not even the NOMFA will back you up on this. A renege means we are in debt to you. I don't think we owe any such debt to your forces. Facing Klukai's unwavering attitude, Dmitry takes out his communicator. If we can't settle it between us, then you will just wait for orders from above. But before I contact them, remember that even if we are temps, we are considered part of the regular army. Do you think a doll like you will be taken as seriously as us? And I have over 30 people ready to testify. Do you think you two can manage to win them over? You're able to contact the outside world right now? Hearing Klukai's question, Dmitry simply assumes that the opposing side is considering his threat, and so he increases the pressure in his voice. Of course. Once the message gets out, the situation gets a whole lot more serious. Yeah. Stop dawdling. I have to bring them over to the next settlement. Ain't got no time to waste on the likes of you. We have no money for you, but we can assist you in combat for a time. Okay, there we go, yeah, see? I guess he won't be the one to suggest it, like I said, but it'll be Klukai. It's the only way I thought would work out in a story sense. This environment must be pretty hard on your forces as well. And you've seen us in action just now. Dmitry does not expect this reply. He sizes up Klukai. What are you up to? Nothing. It's just that before we set off, we were told to not unnecessarily antagonize the local forces. Dmitry pockets his communicator after a moment of consideration. Deal. But here's my warning. You better listen to my orders and not think of trying anything funny. The regional comm frequency is 110.32. Adjust your communicators accordingly. There's a lot of interference in this heck hole, so you better stay within the maximum of 2 kilometers from our forces. I hope I don't have to hear too much crap from you. Don't worry about it. I couldn't care less about you. 2 crappy dolls, one in our internal regional communications. You'll need a password for that. After confirming that she has successfully connected to the comms frequency, Klukai ignores the insult and turns to leave. God dang machine. Larian, once we're back, go tell the guys responsible to scale down scouting patrols by 30%. Have those 2 tin cans handle any danger we come across whenever possible. Are we really bringing those 2 dolls along, Nima? What if they're trying something on us? I will contact the warrant officer to confirm their identities. You guys should be careful too and keep your distance from them. No matter how you put it, having two dolls be our vanguard is beneficial for our mission. But what if they do something to us? Their level of combat proficiency. Could you grow a spine for once? You think 30-odd men plus mechs ain't enough to deal with two of them? I mean, I think so. Just based on like what I've seen, man. I mean, dang, like I'm not sure the power level of like Klukai and Michti, but just seeing Groza like take on that one mech at the beginning. Like yeah, I'm sure these dolls can take on you guys easily. Also, make sure to address me as sir. You're really good at forgetting about that if I don't keep telling you. Hey, I'm used to calling you differently, that's all. That's not an excuse. We served in the railway force for so many years. You need to be addressing me appropriately. Otherwise, the newer guys will think I'm biased again. Seeing Dmitri's serious expression, the soldier named Larian corrects his casual demeanor and salutes him. Understood, sir. That's more like it. You can go back now. Tell everyone to continue on towards our target location. We have been delayed enough already, so we should go as far as we can before the sun sets. Oh, there we go. That wasn't that bad. I mean, it was still long. I thought it would, like, maybe take, like, another 50 minutes or so. Well, at least 30 minutes. Okay. Well, yeah, we're back in the battle over here. And yeah, I did try to level up Kukai, like, to the max. I haven't done her weapon yet because I actually switched it out to Lolo's weapon instead, since that was like already leveled up. First we have to find Paradius, and now we have to help find the URNC Survey Corps. Did more work just keep coming like this? Kukai, 404 isn't lacking funds, is it? Why can't you just settle it by giving him some money? You'll only be adding to the numbers of insufferable people in the world if you give in to their unreasonable demands. But being free labor for them has no benefits for us either. At least we won't be lost anymore. You mean that signal problem from before? But they aren't going to the same settlement as the one we agreed on. Are you an infant who just learned how to walk? Can you only take one step at a time? Kukai sighs with concern. The collapse storm has ended, but our signal is showing no signs of getting restored. Yet, the Survey Corps are able to contact the outside world, so it's highly likely that the underground broker's base station is broken, causing our signal interruption. So if we follow these people and reach a settlement, we can at least borrow the settlement network to contact Andorus and Belka. Get it now? Okay. But you know, children are not the only ones who walk one step at a time. That applies to the king in chess too, yeah? It's impressive. I do like that comparison. With like how the king moves in chess. The communicator receives a comm request from the Survey Corps following them. This is Hyde 404's leader, Tactical Doll Kukai. What's up? First Sergeant Dmitry wants you to change direction, effective immediately. Maintain the same speed and head in the 2 o'clock direction. That's a severe deviation from the course for our target location, and Kukai has more to say, but she is interrupted by the angry Dmitry. What do you rust buckets even know? Change course when I tell you to change course. Don't forget what I said. Listen to my orders. Yes, of course. Kukai cuts the comms and swerves to the correct direction. The incoming barrage of wind hits the yawning Michti right in the mouth. What the heck? Changing course. Oh. Michti adjusts her posture so that the wind doesn't blow into her face. The motorbike flies over the empty wilds like a released arrow, carving a clear path in the landscape. Whoa! The motorbike suddenly brakes. The slumbering Michti loses her balance, but Kukai catches her before she falls off. Kukai connects to the Survey Corps comms. A small group of elids to the northwest, around 5 to 10 of them. Estimated time before contact with the main force is 5 minutes. Then wipe them out. Contacting us for such trivial matters. Are you a broken trumpet? It was you who told us to listen to your orders. We are simply waiting for your command in accordance with our agreement. Upon hearing this, Dmitry utters something under his breath, but it is too quiet for Klukai to hear. After a short moment, he responds with an impatient tone. I don't want to see any elids remaining, that's it. The comms are abruptly cut. With a stiff expression, Klukai parks the motorbike against a nearby boulder. Get down. Time to work. That is pretty interesting with Dmitry. I've never really seen a character like him that is like really treating dolls badly. You know, really calling them like, you know, like rust buckets and stuff with the dolls. It kind of reminds me, I'm going to go ahead and switch out Latara again for Kukai since I got her being a bit more buffed. But if you ever play Fallout 4, it kind of like reminds me of like the synths there. Oh, yeah, deploy support, I forgot. They had this. So yeah, I did play through the supplies, you know, just because, you know, I just want to make sure I can get the most out of the things. And I think that this feature is pretty cool, where you can add like your own special units here. I'm just gonna add it over here, deploy units. Where yeah, you get like a list. Like usually, I guess later on it will get bigger. But you can choose like at least one other, like I guess non-doll unit to deploy as a support, like an extra soldier. I do like that. I think that's really cool. I'm not sure if it was there from before, but now I just remembered to do it now. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, this time I got a more buffed up Klukai, but I only just increased the level and did the thing with the helix a bit. But yeah, I gave her to Lolo's weapon. Like, I have her just lend it for now until I can find something better. Alright, let's go and see them in action. I'll try to slow things down when it comes to Klukai because I do want to, you know, see her attack animations and stuff. And then yeah, maybe I'll just also learn from the AI as well. Let's go for normal speed when it comes to Klukai. I think she'll be going up next here. Here we go. Oh man, the motorcycle, man. Yeah, she's so cool. And definitely the motorcycle is what makes her feel like a really cool character. Dang, I never realized just how slow this is going. Because yeah, I'm just used to playing on ×3 speed. But yeah, I'll slow things down when it comes to Klukai. What the heck was that? What kind of move was that, Ulrid? Don't understand. Let's go see her in action. Dang! Alright. They look at those explosions. Nice. The elids have been eliminated, and the main force arrives right after. Under Dmitry's orders, the troops stop to collect the samples from the elid corpses as part of their routine. You people arrived early, but chose not to help in the fight. Is this the bravery of the URNC soldiers? Dang. Klukai. Dang. If you need help against such a small group of elids, you better go back to the green zone to work as window cleaners. I think that was a good comeback. Noticing something off about Klukai, Michidi tugs on her clothes. Hey, he's not really wrong. There weren't too many elids. Of course. Our sergeant chose the best, the safest routes of all time. All the time. Be it random elids or Varjagers, we'll never lose with him around. Upon hearing this, Klukai gives Dmitry a questioning look. You've been in other theaters of combat. What? You couldn't have gained this level of experience just by guarding the Great Wall Railway. I heard that some folks, like you, were once part of the retired formations in the Neo-Soviet Union. What are you getting at with with questions like these? Don't poke your nose where it doesn't belong. You, come over here. Dmitry glares at the soldier who had interjected just now. Feeling the sergeant's displeasure, the soldier makes the wise decision to shut up, packs the samples he has collected, and follows Dmitry towards the trucks. He's finally off. Glad you two didn't go at each other's throats again. But Mr. Sergeant really seems to hate us, even if it was because of a misunderstanding at first. I don't get why he's still angry towards us. Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's because, you know, we're just dolls, and he probably doesn't think higher of us, like, more than a vending machine. Be careful. Huh? We haven't met any of those mechs that attacked us earlier ever since we met these people. Don't you think it's weird? Maybe they gave up? We're with a larger group for now, after all. You might be right. With this amount of caution in your brain, you really should go back to wiping windows in the green zones. Get on the bike. We have to move on. Alright, cool. And there's our victory screen. Nice. Yeah, I think so far she's been pretty cool. I like how Kukai has been really taking, I guess, charge. I'm not sure what Michio would even do if Kukai wasn't even around. All right. Oh, look, it's another story note. Okay. Nice. At night, a well-equipped off-road vehicle quickly pulls away from the purification zone. The emotionless doll in the vehicle accepts a comms request from within the white zone. How's progress? The work being done here is of great importance to them. Don't let them down like Sextons did, Blue Spear. What the heck? Whoa. Blue Spear. Yeah, she looks cool. So I'm guessing she has like the same role as like maybe Sextons and Darcher too? Now we got Blue Spear. I know, but looking at the reports from over there, the situation seems to have changed. Oh. 2 squads made of tactical dolls have appeared on the outskirts of our mission area. They're closing in. If it's just a bunch of T-dolls, why not just deal with them just like always? We have indeed sent out our mechs, but we underestimated their combat abilities. Oh, it was probably them. Okay. I thought maybe at first it was... like, I don't know if Blue Spear is any connections with Dmitry, but I'm gonna guess Dmitry might be separate. Or at least, you know, I still feel like Dmitry, in a way, might be lying. I don't think he might be with the... I'm just wondering if he really is with the Great Wall Railway people, or the NO MFA. Because, yeah, I mean, I've never seen him before, so I don't know his background. And, you know, Kukai was also, like, inquiring about him and his experience, too. See, I'm just wondering about that. He might be just, like, a separate force. But, yeah, I think initially it was Blue Spear versus Kukai, but then Dmitry came in. Also, one of the squads has met with the group formation from the URNC Survey Corps. For some reason, they're working together now. Okay, maybe they're legit. If like Blue Spear also thinks they're from the... I'm guessing they're also... this also means the Great Wall Railway, or like, I guess whatever official military that there is. But yeah, I guess they're legit, maybe. In order to avoid alerting the URNC government and causing any unnecessary trouble, I have issued retreat orders for the pursuing mechs. Please tell me my next move. Sending out the mechs wipe out the nearby signal base station. Once the area becomes a signal dead zone, finish them all in one fell swoop. Got it. Blue Spear nods quietly. these orders are familiar to her. It has always been the case that once these orders are transmitted, one dead zone appears after another, becoming graveyards in the contamination zone. By the way, as if to intentionally emphasize the moment, the doll on the other side of the comms makes a pause. According to internal intelligence, the URNC department responsible for purification works had seconded troops from the nearby Great Wall Railway force near the target. The information you mentioned should be them. So, do be sure to hurry it up, okay? Finish your work before what happens here attracts attention. Okay, I think they're legit. I think Dmitry's legit, like, you know, he's just doing his job. Acknowledge. Currently, Gradius has almost finished evacuating the area. What's left is to track down and recover it. I'm currently moving towards the target area. The mission will be completed on time. You make me feel at ease, Blue Spear. It makes me want to cheer for you. Anyway, since you're working so hard, I will arrange some reinforcements for you. They will contact you once they have reached the area. Got it. Huh? Not even gonna thank me? Even though they number few, they are a gift for Blue Spear that I have painstakingly prepared, you know? Blue Spear shifts her gaze from the road to the comms interface for a moment. Her empty eyes betray no emotion nor fluctuation, as if she's a military drone that only understands orders. Thanks, Cocoon. Cocoon? Eh? Compared to Darcher, you're so boring. You only respond to orders. Fine. Go quickly. Don't make the higher-ups wait, okay? Acknowledge. Cocoon cuts the comms. Blue Spear hits the gas, and the dark vehicle blends to the night. Okay. Oh, that was actually a short cutscene there. Dang, we're getting so close, man. Okay. Let's do it. What is next for the story here? I'm guessing we'll be engaging Blue Spear after she does like whatever she needs to do before attacking us. Wait, what the? We're back on the Elmo. Under the setting sun, the Elmo moves forward, still a long distance from its target. Over the years, whenever darkness falls, the past comes rushing back to me uncontrollably. This is why I detest the night. The Mephisto agreement and the unending work of a bounty hunter isolate me best from this world's maelstrom in both time and space. I think they mentioned that before too, right? The Mephisto agreement. I'm guessing that's the one where, you know, he has to leave the company from Griffin and also not be in contact with the dolls that he worked with. Despite the hard work and isolation, they are like a calming tranquilizer. They make friends with alcohol, pulling me into slumber. Yet, the white nightmare does not fade. It has caught up with me, making it difficult to confront the choices I made in the past. A million self-reassurances and rationalizations fall flat in the face of this. The contact with the devil has since changed. I will not run, but am I truly ready? The comms terminal interface shows a recent message from Klukai, as well as messages from before. One after another, the message repeats the same thing. Where are you? Where am I? I have never answered this question, in my head or to them. To say the truth, I often struggle to fathom where I am in this world. What I know for sure is, I don't want to drag 404 and their friends down, the maelstrom with me. But it is time for me to give them an answer. Not in the form of a message. I want to convey my sincerity. All these years, as I've tried to pull further and further away to the point of Aphelion. Hey, that's the name of the event. As she has sought to be closer to me. The Environmental Survey Corps have chosen an abandoned settlement to make camp. Okay, so now we're back with them. And even the music is now more casual. So I feel like maybe this cutscene here will be more on the fun side when it comes to the dolls and these guys interacting maybe. The soldiers gather for a round of poker around a campfire, the crowd emitting song, anger, and laughter every now and then. Give it up, Lorraine. It's your loss. Show us the can you've been hiding. What? If you want that, go find logistics. Miss me with that load of bull. I saw your lover slip you something before we left. You're definitely hiding something. You watch me really closely for how little I have. Blame the uppers if you want. They accept missions and squads in hopes of getting some merit. They make us set off without supplying us with enough resource and equipment. If it wasn't for the sergeant taking the opportunity to scavenge something every now and then there's no guessing how badly we'd be faring by now. Yeah, it's tiring enough to guard the railway, and now we have to do some kind of environmental survey for them. Why don't they pay and equip us with the standard of an actual survey corps for starters? Leave it be, man. You think you can do something other than what the uppers tell you to do? The only thing you can do here is curse people's mothers. Hey, I think what you're doing here is inviting me to teach you a lesson. Lorraine slaps him hard on the back of the head, and the two of them start to roughhouse with each other. The onlookers start making a din and cheer on for them. Compared to the boisterous soldiers, Hide 44 is rather quiet. Michti is in sleep mode after being busy for an entire day, while Klukai looks on the buffooning and joking soldiers coldly. Dmitry notices her gaze, returning it with his own with unfriendliness on his face. What are you looking at? I'll remove your eyes if you keep looking. Rabble. Huh? Say that again. Dmitry straightens up, putting his bottle down. Corruption, gambling, extortion, hiding around. How are you all different from common gangsters? You talk about how urgent the mission is, then camp here and enjoy yourselves boisterously. It's good enough that I don't call you a bunch of wage thieves. What do you tin cans know? Humans are unsleeping mission machines like you two. We need rest when it is needed, so that we can use our bodies and brains at the right moments. While speaking, Dmitry gestures towards his temple, giving her a provocative look. But for you capable for brain dolls, it's true that rest is unneeded. You guys simply wait for your master's commands and do them like good little puppies. I will emphasize again that 404 is an elite squad consisting of self-managing dolls. We call the shots on our own. What a joke. Elite squad, eh? Look at the little one beside you. She sleeps earlier than any of us here. Just as Klukai wanted to make a retort, Michi rolls over, laying near Klukai's feet. She seems to be thoroughly enjoying her sleep. That's an elite? The soldiers of the Survey Corps roar in laughter. Get up! Klukai bends down and shakes Michi awake. Michi shakes her head around in confusion. What do you want now? Patrol! Klukai pulls Michi up, leaving a camp with long strides. Behind them rings out the taunts from soldiers, with Dimitri's voice being the most prominent. Now that's more like it. Go be good guard dogs, elite dolls. Dang man, Michi just embarrassed. Embarrassed her. I feel like if it was just Klukai alone, then it would be like easier to, you know, make herself look good. Even the aliens are sleeping. Why are we still working so hard? Klukai, can we just report back to the camp and then go back to sleep? Not good. Get ready for battle and wipe them out. Alright, let's do it. Support. Wait, explosives? I don't know if the auto battle can do explosives, but I'll deploy them here. Why not? It's the only place that we can deploy them for now. Alright, combat start. Let's do it. I'll slow down for Klukai's moves. It happens usually after Suomi, so I'll wait after she goes and does her ultimates here. There we go. Klukai, can you do something cool here, please? Nope, just let me end the turn then, because she did nothing at all. I feel like the other dolls might finish everyone off first. Yeah, I'm looking forward to like making another complete team here, like, you know, another story team. Oh wait, that was Kukai. Dang, she just finished everyone off just there. Oh, that was it for that story? For that one story mission? Dang. That went by fast. Yeah, I'm always surprised just how fast some of these cutscene goes. Nothing like the previous two events where I felt like it took a long time to do. Yeah, we're almost there, man. Alright, we'll keep on going. We got a story note over here. The night passes without trouble. After a couple of hours of movement, the formation finally reaches the target settlement. Our support work ends here. I request that you honor our deal and release 404 from all blame. Help me send my regards to your non-military forces administration masters. Tell them to educate their underlings better before letting them out. Dmitry waves his hands impatiently before leaving with the soldiers. I reckon that Leva and Kalina must have been harassed a bunch at this point, no? Good thing we are supernumerary dolls, otherwise we might be on the way to court-martial already. Leva is still part of 404. Handling things like this is part of her job. True enough. What do we do now? Find the residents here and borrow their work. Oh, feel free. I'm going to find a place to sleep. I've been forced to wake up early, even after having to stay up late yesterday night. Seeing Michi rub her eyes and attempt to slip away, Klukai grabs her with haste. Not the collar. You don't need two people to borrow the network. Just go by yourself. We would like to borrow our network. But we've lost signal for a couple of days now. The connection is intermittent, even on normal days. Plus, there's been many collapse storms recently. Perhaps the base station has completely broken down after all. Does the settlement not need to contact the outside world? The people from the URNC Survey Corps help to do that, because they need to carry out survey missions nearby. Some of them started to camp here since half a month ago. So in the recent weeks, we have been using their communication equipment to contact the outside world when it was needed. Do you know where the camp is? It's near the southwest border of our settlement. That area is an old, abandoned residential complex, so it is perfect for parking their vehicles and housing the wounded and the sick. Sick? You mean Ela infected? Yeah. The scrawny middle-aged woman tugs at the cloak she wears. Her withered hands fold anxiously. Ela infection rates have gone up considerably in the past year. The symptoms have become more severe and progressing much faster. I thought it would just be my imagination. Klukai and Michi exchanged looks. Until I saw the URNC Survey Corps, quite a few of them were infected too. It should be that the medical professionals they have with them would be more skilled than those of us who can't even be considered doctors, but it seems that they too are at their wits' end about these infections. They had no choice but to house some of their seriously ill people there. So what you're saying is, they had a bunch of people leave them previously? Yes, about 20 of them. We had not seen them ever since that day. I heard some bounty hunters that there's been an increase in the number of Elas roaming nearby. Even if they live, they must have succumbed and become just like them now. If people from the regular army can't take it, I don't know how much longer we can last. She bites her lip, unable to continue the topic. I need to take care of my kid. Thank you. The woman nods and closes the old, worn door. Well, the underground broker's base station is really done for now because of their shoddy connection or construction, huh? What should we do now, Kukai? The rendezvous points around 1 or 2 hours from here, so the place is not that far off according to the static map. But it's so dangerous. What if we get attacked by those unknown mechs again? We have no signal, and we'll have to rely on the static map. We could easily get lost, you know. I just realized, so now that we're separating, is Blue Spear still going to attack the Survey Corps? I'm just wondering if Klukai will, like, if she hears about this, if she'll go and try to save the Survey Corps. And then Dmitry will be like, I don't know, either he'll respect them a bit more, or maybe he'll, like, you know, still be a jerk about it. Like, we could have handled this ourselves, you know. I feel like maybe that's what he might have done. And then maybe that might lead to a battle between Dmitry and Kukai or something. Michti grabs and rubs her hair as if experiencing a breakdown. Her tangled hair threads are as messy as her mentally exhausted neural cloud. Why don't we wait for the bounty hunter or underground broker convoy and go back home with their help? If you think you can just as fast as you give up, 404 would be much better in a much better place right now. Then wouldn't it be so over if I give up thinking at the speed of light? Our only issue now is having no signal. So once we have signal and get the relevant access permissions, everything will be solved. We're going in a loop now. No one has signal here, other than... Wait a minute. You can't be thinking of asking the Survey Corps for help, right? Kukai nods calmly. It's impossible if you just think about it for a second. There could be something even worse than Dmitry in their camp. Perhaps a way more tricky and a stage boss. Humans have a saying somewhere along the lines of this. Money makes the devil turn millstones for you. 404 has not been lacking in money recently. Were you saying something along the lines of not enabling insufferable people by giving in to their unreasonable demands? Fine, we'll go then. Kukai and Michti arrive near the complex situated on the southwest side of the settlement. They see a transport escorted by military jeeps arrive and stop at the nearby field. Personnel in protective suits remove supply boxes from the vehicle. Hearing the commotion, medics from the Survey Corps come out of the complex to meet with them. Isn't that a transport from the URNC? Looks like they're staying right over there. Let's go over there and ask. Perhaps we won't even need to get to the uppers before we are granted access permissions. As she speaks, Michti moves toward the transport, but is dragged into a hiding spot by Kukai. What now? Are you regretting it now? That's not a URNC vehicle. It's not the common identifying insignia of the URNC. Also, sending this many escorts to guard a supply transport is a bit too much, even for a dangerous environment like a yellow zone. Every dose of medicine could save someone's life. What would dolls like you know? Here we go, Dmitry. Dmitry's resonant voice rings out from a dozen meters behind the duo. When did you... Next time you want to spy on somebody, make sure you're well hidden from the get-go. However, standing up from behind cover, Dmitry's gun is aimed at Kukai. Why are you two sneaking around? What are you planning? Give me a reason, and I'll ask my gun if it likes it. Kukai Michti is instantly surrounded by armed soldiers who have popped up from behind walls. They're all aiming at the duo. Kukai gives Michti a look. They raise their hands to show that they have no intention to fight. We're here to find you. Nani? Dmitry stares at the two dolls, but eventually lowers his weapon. However, He does not order his subordinates to stand down. What do you want with me? We. I don't want you to tell me. Let her say it. The yawning Michti is given a rude look, or rude shock upon hearing those words. With her mouth still wide open, she quizzingly points at herself with a look of disbelief on her face. That's right. You. Seeing that Klukai has given her a nod, Michti scratches her head in resignation. It's like this. Michti explains their situation to Dmitry, then tells him about their request to gaining access to the communications. I knew you wanted something else when the two of you offered to escort us. You dolls do have some brains after all. Klukai, is he complimenting us? What a weird guy. We wish only to access the network, communicate with our teammates, and regroup with them. And why should I give a crap to help? Screw off back to where you came from. We will pay for your help. Your words carry such strength and confidence. Don't go thinking that we'll give you a discount just because you are working for the Non-Military Forces Administration. Facing Klukai's unyielding attitude, Dmitry lifts an eyebrow and switches to a cantankerous tone. It's true that the signal here is pretty weak, so even if you want to use the military's line, we need to use special signal boosters. So, fees for the use of our equipment in line, maintenance fees, compensation for borrowing our equipment, and hence causing us trouble, a deposit for lending equipment, and name your price. Dmitry makes a hand gesture. That's really shitty of you, Uncle. Why didn't you change careers and be an underground broker? Pay if you can. Piss off if you can't. Deal. What? It's not just Michti. A flash of surprise runs across Dmitry's face as well. Give me your account details. It's definitely a private one, right? Let me make this clear. This is a dedicated line for URNC Regular Survey Corps, so you better watch what you say while using it. If you find that you are contacting suspicious people, I will revoke your access. Don't blame old me then. As irregular as we are, we don't have to rely on a borrowed vehicle transport to transport supplies like you people. What dolls like you know? This is called reasonable allocation and usage of civilian resources. With so much trouble happening all over the world now, we'd be skeletons eating sand if we all waited for the URNC's official vehicles. And these are the decisions of our top brass. What right do you have to criticize us? You guys, send them what they need. Copy that. A subordinate beside Dmitry nods, then starts working on the trade. Klukai's communicator rings. Received. Shortly after, Dmitry's communicator rings as well. After taking a glance at the balance in his account, Dmitry closes the interface irritably. Alright, it's in. Take what you want and scram. Stop being an eyesore over here. Pocketing her communicator, the two dolls turn towards the exit of the camp. After leaving the survey corps camp, Klukai immediately establishes communications with Aindaris and Belka. Belka's voice and projection appears immediately. Big sis, I was so worried about you. I thought we would see each other soon, but we suddenly lost contact with you. That was so torturous. We kept being unable to contact you two. Belka was so anxious. She was about to run off on her own to start a wide area search. That's because I can't live without Big Sis. Knock it off. It's time for a serious discussion. Have you two successfully reached the designated settlement? We have, but not smoothly. Indris wears an expression of worry, yet she touches her face relaxedly. Our signal died off on our way here, even though the air specifically equipped us with signaling amplifying receivers before our departure. Our luck was decent, however, and we weren't attacked by unknown mechs or elites after the loss of the signal. We used the sun's position and wind direction and landscape to navigate using the static map, so we didn't get lost in our way. After reaching the settlement, we borrowed the network from the residents. We've been trying to contact you ever since. Now that's something from you two. I was praised by Big Sis. So happy. It's all thanks to the various types of training Leader Klukai arranges for us in peacetime. Now compared to you two, I have useless doll over here who can only complain in the backseat. Michty has taken the opportunity to switch to sleeping mode at an unbelievable speed while they were talking. Watching the unambitious Michty, Kukai lets out a sigh. All she wants to do is sleep all day. It's good to let her rest for a bit. Michty must have been tired after going on such a long journey. The more you speak for her, the worse she gets. After placing a makeshift pillow of clothes under Michty's head, Kukai ultimately allows her to continue her slumber. Andres, Belka, head immediately to the location I had just sent you. The survey corps seem to be experiencing strange difficulties here. It might be due to the change in environment conditions and the movements of radius around this region. I will remain here with Michty to start an investigation. Got it. Before I forget, I have something I want you to help investigate. Kukai sends over footage and images she has taken over to Andres. What's this? They say this is a supply transport from the URNC, but the insignia is different from what we've seen before. In addition, it was followed by a number of armed personnel. Are you suspicious that they were involved in the strange happenings of this region? Suspicious might be too strong of a word, but it's good to be prepared. I see. Maintain a good connection on comms. Tell us if you run into any trouble. Understood. After ending the communication, Kukai finally has some time to herself. She opens her message interface. As expected, there's no message from that particular person. Kukai understands that she would definitely hear about it if they have met at an end, so if they don't respond, they are safe. With this line of thought, Kukai pockets her communicator. Alright, there we go, guys. So yeah, I think next video, we should be able to finish things off. And then if there's still more time, maybe what we can do is maybe some of the mini games. I'm not sure what this one here is going to be about. I know it has Patrol. Is this the new one where it's like... Wait, what is this? Oh, this is something else. I thought maybe, is this the Nikkei gameplay one? I think so. If so, then I might just do this on my own time. But we'll see what we do if there's time remaining there. Maybe I'll just speak slower. I don't know. Because yeah, I was like speeding up there. Or like pretty much speeding up in this entire video. I feel like I've been doing that. Or yeah, maybe we can do these as well. I need to make some more collapse pieces back. But yeah, guys, next time we'll resume and possibly finish up. Well, yeah, I'm guessing we are. I don't think it's that long of a story at this rate. But yeah, I want to do that one game mode. I think it's... I'm guessing it's Pathforger. I think this is the one where you do like that top-down shooter, right? But yeah, I would love to do this at some point. But yeah, next time we'll finish things off. And yeah, that'll be for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good